President John Mahama has called on Ghanaians to honor their tax obligations regularly to enable government to provide social amenities. President Mahama made the call when he personally filed his tax returns for the year 2012 at the Domestic Tax Unit of the Ghana Revenue Authority at Kimbu in Accra.
It is common knowledge that the president is not required to pay tax. But President John Mahama is a writer who has books on the shelves for sale. He is a farmer and ventures into other activities that brings him extra income for which he is required to pay tax. Before becoming president, President John Mahama registered with the Kimbu office of the Ghana Revenue Authority and has since filed his tax returns annually. As president, he is required to declare his assets and pay tax when it is due. At the tax office, he was ushered through the process and he paid his tax. President John Mahama hoped that his gesture will encourage Ghanaians to also pay their tax as voluntarily and regularly.
I hope that this my small symbolic gesture would help the Ghana Revenue Authority in their public education and awareness that everybody should file their tax returns and pay their taxes so that we can all have the good things of life that we have been aspiring to.
The Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Mr. George Blankson, noted that President Mahama's visit imposes an obligation on the tax administration and the public to emulate his good example. He expressed the authority's appreciation to the government for helping in the reform of the Revenue Authority. He implored the government to invest in the revenue sector.
Our last year's performance revenue collection amounted to 11.7 billion. In terms of US dollars, that's about 6 billion US dollars. There's no part, no institution, no body in the economy, whether by way of investment or any other means, that brought in so very much. So we in revenue have always reiterated that the most viable investment the government can make is to invest in revenue collection because the returns are huge.
President Mahama said soon the government will pass new legislations that will broaden the tax base so as to generate more revenue for the development of the country.
Ghana as a country has comparatively, as a low middle income country, has a lower revenue to GDP ratio. And we need to raise that up. I mean, comparatively, if you compare us, and I've used this example before, to Kenya. You know, Kenya is 24% of GDP. Even Senegal, you know, which is closer to us, is 22% of GDP. And Ghana is about 17 to 18% of GDP. We need to move that above 20%. And so we'll pass the legislation that will broaden the tax net and bring more people into the net so that all of us can contribute our little quota, you know, towards advancing our nation.
President Mahama encouraged the staff of the authority to work efficiently to mobilize revenue for national development in a transparent, fair and effective manner. Theodora Medeto, GTV News, Accra.